Hello and welcome back to my channel. Back with another episode. This time we're going to be covering a little more in depth on chemical sensitivity and how you can help yourself through what I'm going to provide in terms of more or less EMDR training. Something I mentioned in videos past that I do every day, 5 to 10 minutes religiously. I'll send a link down in the description section below. And also I wanted to touch base on the ecological formulas called trisalts. I've recently picked this up, there we are, from Amazon, and it contains calcium, magnesium, and potassium. 3 minerals that are vitally important to keep the body running at its optimal level. And I found that along with EMDR and the trisalts, all it is more or less a quarter teaspoon once or twice a day. Mix it up with water. Has made a vast difference in my reactions to chemical sensitivity allergies. I'm still obviously, working this out. It's not 100% yet, but it's a massive improvement from several months ago even. As I stated, being isolated in my home, not being able to go out and do regular things that normal people do, it was quite frustrating to be stuck in the house, warding off family and friends, and without them having an appreciation or understanding of what I was actually going through was even more detrimental to my state of health mentally, majorly, and it was quite upsetting. So without further ado, I would recommend taking that ecological formulas, trisalts you can buy on Amazon, I think for $50 plus tax or something, and it's like a 90-day supply right there, or more depending on the individual. And kudos to that, because I've tried everything before this time and nothing seemed to work. But also, as I stated, EMDR, that was the first source I directed my attention to and found it was quite helpful. But trisalts allows the electrolyte imbalance to create a balance within your body, so I'm no longer falling down, or I shouldn't say falling down, but like feeling lethargic, more so fatigued. It's ramped up my energy levels. Being a landscaper, I need that, especially this time of year. So shout out to that company for sure. I don't know what more to say on top of that. I mean, well, actually, there are a few other things you can do. If you reduce your carbohydrate intake, that's going to drastically help you as well, because what it does is creates, if you have over an abundance of carbs in your body, it creates something called glutamate E toxicity. And I'll send a link in the description below for that as well, for further understanding. But more or less, I've felt that if I went through the course of the day with an overconsumption of carbs, I felt, like I was having attacks that were becoming more severe. Naturally being around gasoline all day and oil and machinery like that. But once I did somewhat what I call a dirty keto diet, that helped immensely as well. You still need carbs for energy naturally, but just a simple ratio of, I don't know, depending on the individual really, your BMI, age, gender, but just reduce your carbs and eat more meat products and load up on the vegetables. And with EMDR training, that 5-10 minute segments, whenever you can supply the time and invest in that, I highly recommend so. You should see drastic differences, and like I said, coming from my own experiences, stating that I was in a cripple mode where I couldn't even be around somebody for moments without feeling like I couldn't breathe. I would hold on my throat and go, holy shit, what is even happening? This is unbearable. And it really started 3 years ago. when I was in a boxing class, I came home and showered up and always used deodorants and body washes, and right to that point there is no complications with it whatsoever. But this one particular time I came home to shower, and it was Old Spice, the body wash, and it smelled like ammonia and very strong. And I was a drinker, as I stated before, drinking a lot of red wine. Couldn't tolerate that either. So that's creeping on almost 4 years now, and like last year was really the pinnacle for me to go, holy shit, I've got to do something, invest more time, do more research and see what I can come across, because there's so many videos that weren't really helpful on my journey of healing for this in particular. It was just more or less stay at home, isolate, or live off grid, and be away from everything, and never be part of society anymore. And I couldn't do that, not having a wife and child. It didn't make sense. So I ramped up my ability to accelerate a healing process, and by doing so with this trisalts and the daily meditation, the qigong, and just finding ways to more or less figure out who I am, what my purpose is, and just doing the due diligence and the homework to come to this point. Nothing comes easy, and I'll tell you, there's only two options anyways, right? You can continue on that path where you're just like, poor me, victimize, woe is me. That's not going to get you anywhere. So that's just utter bullshit. Get on with yourself, pick yourself up, and do what you need to if you want to be there for anyone else, including yourself. But you got to be strong for yourself before you can give out to anyone else. So with that being said, that's all I have for this week. Hopefully it's helpful for anyone out there looking for answers to resolve their matters with chemical sensitivities. All right, y'all have a good day. Take care. Till next week. Bye.